women often tell us how much they lose themselves. And oftentimes we lose ourselves just providing. Where you sacrifice going to football games, hanging out with your wife, hanging out with the kids, just to go to work and provide. And I'm not even talking about men of serious means. These are just regular dudes who got to put in 60-hour work weeks because that's what they need to do to put food on the table.
You know what though? You know what though? I hang on. You know what though? The difference is between men and women in this way when it comes to leadership and patriarchal, whatever you will call it, when it comes to a family or maintaining a family, is that the burden is always placed on us, and there's nothing that a man's ever going to be able to say or do to shed himself to say, I no longer want to fulfill my role as a man. I no longer want to provide. I no longer want to protect. Forget this whole being a man or a real man thing. Hang on. There is no opt out. I'm sitting this out for a man. He has to provide for himself. He has to provide for his mom, or his daughter, or his sister, or somebody else besides himself. Yeah, I mean, homeless men, different situation, right? But that burden is never, as a collective, as a social collective in a species, we have never said we give up this one thing and we're just not going to do it anymore because we're tired or whatever it is. Whether it's building the world that we live in, the street lamp, anything at all, the infrastructure, from now to the end of time, we wear that burden of the family and holding things together and sacrificing our lives, times, and hours to maintain that family, when women can just walk away at any time that they're unhappy.
But no,
and that's
no. To your point, largely as a species, women don't either. Women do not walk away like that either. We don't get a chance to walk. We don't just walk away from our families like that.
We have no fault divorce. We have
largely as a species,
2026.
we are the ones that are taking care of the families. Men are the ones that are.
No.
Is it me?
No. I did not walk away. Go ahead.
Hey, Bo,
paperwork does not mean that men don't walk away. We are talking about divorce is paperwork. We're not going to act like men don't walk away. No. Women file paperwork. Men walk away as well.
Walk away
from
what?
If we got the statistics, hold on. If we got the statistics, if there were statistics available of the men that walked away from their families and the wife filed for divorce, y'all act like that don't happen. Come on, man.
No. So Bo,
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Hey, Bo, society and women will shame us if we try. Society and women will shame us if we try to take the kids from y'all and get primary custody. They will shame us.
We'll never be able to prove it because there are no statistics available. There's nothing. There's nothing available. But as a woman, paperwork. If you poll women, there are so many men that just walk away from their family and do not file for divorce. The men don't file, but it's not like they don't walk away. We got to stop acting like that don't happen, y'all.
Yeah, no. So first, number one, that I said, we'd be shamed for taking the kids. Number two, a man don't want to take his woman to court. A man is not trying to hurt that woman or his kids. That's why he don't take them to court. And then y'all turn around and say, a real man would take his woman to court when we're not trying to take you to court. We're not trying to put you in that type of position, put you in front of a judge. Why would a man that loves you want to do that? And then in the middle of that, if he's trying to be a father, the women get in the way of the man trying to parent. And a lot of times that's why men will walk away. But most men don't walk away. The CDC, 85% of black men are either living with their children or involved with their children. Most men do not walk away. And that's self-reported by black women way more than black men. There's a minority of men who walk away, Bo.
No, I'm talking about, because divorce was about to be brought up, I'm sure. That's why I went there. I'm not talking about men, because there are a large number of men who are living in the house with their children that are not married to that woman, but are still committed to that woman. I completely understand that. And you are definitely right about the whole women are not letting men parent their children. There's a situation going on right now that where that's happening. So I don't disagree with you there. I'm just saying, like, when I bring stuff like that up, men like to bring up the fact that 70% of divorces are filed by women.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I just want y'all to know that paperwork does not equal women leaving men. It just means that women file the paperwork. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if we want to go a little bit deeper with the conversation, and this is something that's probably not brought up, is the fact that whether the mother and father is in the house, one of them is out the house, they could be in the house and still failing the children.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people don't even know how to parent. And I know y'all was having like this little discussion earlier as far as trying to find self. I don't think when we was brought into this world we knew how to do anything, because your parents can still raise you and still not teach you the correct way, and you have to still learn. Like, you're constantly always learning from an early age, and you figure it out. Even when people have children, like, nobody can tell you what that experience is going to be like until you actually have it, and you got to figure it out. So the same way you figure out everything else, you have to figure it out when you get married. We got to start choosing our children. It's not about us no more. It's about the future. So when I'm living my life right now, and the reason why I say this all the time, you don't see me streaming all the time because I'm spending a lot of time with my kids. And I'm actually trying to get the family set up in a certain way where we can break the curse that's been constantly happening over and over again. Like, everybody is on a separate agenda. Nobody's thinking as a family in its entirety. Everybody had their own little pocket. A sister got her own situation over here. Aunt got her own situation over here. Grandparents over here. Nobody is thinking together. And that's what I think the issue is. We could bring up these stats, but there's something deeper that's going on that we're really not even paying attention to. I think we're having the wrong conversations. Like, it should be about the family. Like, we've normalized this modern way when it comes to family. Like, everybody should be together. It was a conversation that somebody in my family was having about, I don't know who's going to take care of me. Like, I've taken care of grandma, but who's going to take care of me? I can't even trust her because she's so disrespectful. She's so rude. All she cares about is herself. So we need to be having those discussions as far as how can we bring our immediate family together. And we got to start thinking about ourselves and start thinking about the kids, because it ain't about us no more. And unless you break that cycle, the same thing's going to keep happening. If you think about it, we got sisters and brothers that don't even get along. We got mothers and fathers that don't get along with their kids. You got fathers that don't even get along with their sons. So I really think that we need to shift these conversations, and hopefully you guys can take something from this and actually see if y'all can bring y'all family together tighter, because that's what's going to really make the change.